Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Crisscross applesauce. Yo, what's good? Eduardo, JD in the building. Neo, where it all began. He says a lot of shit been happening lately with Saitama. I know, man. And let me turn this music down a little bit. It annoys me too, man, because it feel like damn near every time I'm like, you know, putting like some content out and stuff, and then I might like, you know, chill a little bit, sit back, try to focus on just like IRL stuff, like my health. Like I literally just got like a walk in before I did the live stream. Like I'm trying to like go for a walk every day, eat healthier, take my vitamins. I just bought some new vitamins. Like, it seems like every time I'm trying to just like focus on just like stuff outside of crypto, that's when shit start crumbling, man. I don't know why, but yeah, man, I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on with not only just crypto in general. Well, not only Saitama, but crypto in general. I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on, man. But we can discuss all that in this live stream. A watch party. Watch party. Oh, yeah, I need to put the link. But yeah, other than that, I hope you all have been, you know, being safe out there, keeping your immune system strong, making smart moves, you know, in the crypto. Let me see. Share. There you go. Hope you all been good. Make sure this isn't too loud. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, I don't think the music is louder than my voice, so it should be good. I already seen that Saitama started going up a little bit after, you know, Russ said what he said, man. I really do hope they got something like something that's gonna blow us out the water. All right, it better not be no little small thing. No, hey, Saitama just got a partnership with I don't know, like it can't be nothing small, man. It can't be nothing small, man. It gotta be something big, bro. I'm tired of these like little small little things when he kind of makes them seem like they're huge and they're not huge. But I guess we'll just find out when they're actually live. They're supposed to be going live in like 10 minutes, so we got to cool like 10 minutes just to kind of catch up. Right now, I'll put the I could probably try to put the chart up. It's nice to see you, bro. Yo, what up, Realm? Yo, by the way, too, if you guys haven't already, if you are unfamiliar with Realm of Crypto, feel free to check him out. He does cover Saitama and other crypto. I know I haven't been uploading. Like, I ain't got to tell me. I'll put it out there. I know I have not been uploading a lot of content as far as videos. I do try to stay active, like on Twitter, or at least try to make like a post on the community tab on YouTube. But I know I've not been making videos. All right, so if I'm not making a lot of videos, if y'all want some other people to check out, feel free to check out Realm of Crypto. Feel free to check out Jake the Game, Austin Hilton, Zach Humphreys, Your Pop. Those are usually like the what's the other one? Major Crypto, and I feel like I'm forgetting one that I usually watch. Yeah, there's a lot of people who make Saitama content. It's really like who you vibe with, who you you know, feel like is getting you good, you know, giving you good content. So feel free to check out other people if I am not here. All right. He said, "Did you let go of HODL token?" Yo, madness. I've been let go of HODL token. I've made several posts on my community tabs about it. I made a video, literally just asking questions of like certain, pretty much the developers of HODL token wasn't coming through with the promises, and they just weren't showing up like a lot of. They just weren't doing a lot of things that they said that they were going to do. And I remember I made a video addressing that, and literally like damn near like the majority of the HODL token community tried to come for me because I was asking questions. Because at the end of the day, like I'm not going to be one of these people who just sit back and not ask questions. Like, I like to ask questions. So long story short, I feel like HODL token wasn't doing nothing. I told my like our YouTube channel. Anytime people like brought it up on live streams, I've addressed it there. But I've been out of HODL token for months, like months and months, and I've never looked back. And I don't regret not looking back because they still haven't reached nowhere near the all-time high like I expected to. You know, some people that, you know, heard HODL token through me, they got out. Some people who heard it through me, they stayed in. And, you know, everybody has their choice, but yeah, I don't have any HODL token, bro. Said, be cool to hear your thoughts on Steve leaving Saitama after the AMA. I feel like first off, I feel like the Saitama team, let me turn this music down. First off, I feel like the Saitama team handled it pretty well. They didn't make some huge, I mean, I feel like they're gonna touch on it even more in this AMA, but I feel like that the post that they made on Twitter, which is, I'll even show y'all right here, I feel like the post that they had right here was perfect. I feel like it was perfect. Like I feel like they addressed it plain and simple. Pretty much what they said. They said there have been recent conversations and questions regarding one of our core developers. As many of you know, Steve Rocket Crypto first became involved with Saitama in July of 2021 when he was brought into our board of 7 to help us educate our community through his YouTube channel. It has been several weeks since Steve's last contribution to the project and community, and he has made it clear he no longer wishes to contribute to our project. Therefore, we have begun the process of removing him from our board, and we wish him well in his future project. I feel like they handled it perfectly. Like I feel like what they said was facts. I mean, when Saitama was first like coming out and stuff, and Steve was like covering it, and after a while, like I noticed he wasn't covering it. Like I noticed he, out of all the other YouTubers, like you would assume that he would, you know, cover Saitama since that was literally his job, his role on the team, or, you know what I'm saying? Like that was his role. So I noticed like he wasn't covering, you know, Saitama like that. And like they said, it seemed like he wasn't really contributing as much as he should have. I don't know why. But as far as what Steve was saying, I don't know. As far as the whole, what's the whole thing? The whole thing with like Lily, and it was weird that he said that Saitama, like he pretty much said like Saitama wasn't coming out when, in fact, like even my Saitama works. Now, of course, it took a long time for Saitama to come out, for sure. But it's kind of weird that he said like Saitama isn't coming out when Saitama is already out. There's a lot of people who already can use the app. There's still some people who can't use the app. So I don't know. I don't really think too much of it right now, because I rather if Steve was to go to his YouTube channel and like talk about it on his YouTube channel, and I want to hear what the Saitama dev team is going to talk about on the AMA. But yeah, as of right now, I mean, it seemed like reading what he said, it seemed like he wasn't interested in Saitama no more, if I'm being honest. So it seemed like he's, you know, if he's not interested in no more, then, you know, why not just move on? The Saitama team seemed like they want to move on, so it's like, it is what it is. I understand the health thing. You got to be at your best, bro. Yeah, honestly. Glad to see you back. Hey, much love, G Money. Glad to see all y'all back, man, for real. Honestly, missing. It really annoys me because I had so many, like, I'll even show y'all. Let me see real quick. I have so much like content that I was preparing to like come out for Saitama, and then it seemed like when I have some content that's ready to come out for Saitama, 10 other things come out, and it's like some negative, like drama, FUD type stuff going on, and it kind of just like pushes the content I was already gonna put out even further back. But I'll even show y'all like some of the stuff I've been working on. We got 2 more minutes until the live AMA starts. Let me see real quick. I'll do this. How do I do this? Let me see. I'll just open up a new browser. Because even with the Lily Finance, I wanted to talk to y'all about like the whole Lily Finance, like, you know, release and everything. And I wanted to go over like the pros and cons, what I expect for it to like do that, like the first hour it's released, how much I was thinking about putting on, like all that other type of stuff. And I feel like that's something I'm gonna still have to probably release later on down the line. Of course, try to release it before it's too late, but so for example, let me see. So for like example right here, right? So this is pretty much like the Saitama like timeline I've been working on. We already passed like all this stuff right here. So we were pretty much like right here, as far as the timeline, as far as what is it like the Lily Finance token being released 2 to 3 days after Saitama is fully functional. We still have the NASDAQ interview to look forward to. And then of course we have like the crypto expo that's going to be happening in Dubai in March. It's supposed to be like mid-March, March 16th and March 17th. And then I also had the, what was it? I had like the, pretty much like a whole thing breaking down Lily Finance and everything. Why I believe it can be like 100x potential when it comes to Lily Finance. But I'm still not done with all this stuff. I still have a lot of other stuff like to really, because when I like I'm telling y'all, when I go into this, I'm breaking down as much as I can as possible, because I would love to see people make as much money as possible, as much profits as possible when it comes to this Lily Finance token. But it's a lot of stuff that I haven't even finished yet. So I had that to kind of, you know, work towards. I still haven't been covering SHIB. I want to talk about SHIB today. I want to talk about CRO today. I want to talk about something else. All right, it's 2 p.m. It's supposed to be starting right now, so I don't know what's going on. Should probably start in a few seconds. It's a perfect brother. I'll be here to listen. Hey, wait, is my stream tripping? Yo, chat, let me know if my stream is like dropping frames or something. It look like I'm lagging a little bit. Turn my Wi-Fi off. He said, very professional. Steve needed to go. He said Steve make a lot of people millionaires. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm still mad that. Oh, here we go. Okay, we'll start in 58 seconds. I'm still upset I didn't put like $1,000 on when Steve first announced Saitama, to be honest. I think I'm about to lower this a little bit. All right. The AMA is starting in 30 seconds. Why does my thing keep doing that for? $20 seconds, y'all. He says, when is this top 5 exchange listing coming out that he said was going to happen in November? Same thing I'm wondering, Wilmington. Same thing I'm wondering. I'm still wondering like what's going on with the, I could have sworn it was some type of Q coin listing. All right, so hey, it's a lot of questions I'm still asking, bro. My Saitama is back to having network connection issue. Was working yesterday.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Got
How's
Max and
everybody
Kenny.
doing?
How we
Hey
doing?
guys, how are you doing, everybody?
Keep an eye on the charts too, y'all.
Been a good week.
Yeah, yeah. It's been one, right? It's been a hell of a week. Been a hell of a couple weeks, 3 weeks, couple months, right?
Yeah.
Um, just to say, I wanted to just put this out there because I see a lot of different comments and things like that, and I'm 40 years old. I've been a couple tours in Iraq after 9/11. Ran businesses and did vigorous labor intensive jobs. And I'm telling you, like, this is probably the hardest I've ever worked in my entire life. Like, no, hands down, probably like the hardest I've ever worked, like labor intensive or not. It's been crazy. But so you guys, I mean, I think we're all drained, right? I think even people I see, like, man, you look tired. But yeah, it's been a couple weeks, but we've been pushing through. So I think finally now we're at the point, right? We can change the narrative and move forward. But it's been a crazy couple weeks. So wanted to just kind of first and foremost give everybody an update and where we're at, and then we can kind of go into a little bit of what you guys have been working on the last few weeks, so we can kind of give people some ideas and some behind the scenes look under the hood what you guys were doing. Some of the things that caused some delays, right? Where it's like, because you don't know if you're not Max Shoes or cryptologist or anybody else in the engineering team, you don't really know. You're just like, man, how come it's not out yet? We want it out yesterday, but there's a lot of things that have to go on first before that switch
Yeah.
gets flipped. So first and foremost, we'll go ahead and move forward with the announcement that we're going to be going live with the swap this weekend. So Sunday afternoon, we're looking to go live with the swap. It'll be turned on. You guys can swap the function, with the Ethereum. Saitama, and we'll integrate the other tokens that'll be on there this weekend.
Okay.
Furthermore, next to that, we'll be going live with Lily on Tuesday. So
Yep.
State of Mask will be operational 100% ready to go in its capacity this
All right.
weekend. Lily will be coming out on Tuesday.
Okay. I gotta write this
And
down.
we'll be ready to go. So they've been doing a lot of things to get to this point, right? And a lot of things that you guys probably done. Obviously, you wouldn't know unless we told you. So I want to let Max kind of take you through step by step and what they've done, and the mitigations and optimizations they put in place to make sure that not only we're rolling out 100% operable, but what we've done to make sure that it's the proper and functioning product, right? So kind of give you guys a little brief synopsis of what you guys have been doing over the last couple of weeks, Max.
Yeah, and so seems like I'm getting an echo here.
Yeah, let me know if the
Sorry, you're
music's
good.
loud, y'all.
Okay. Ever since we started on this journey, after we initially released the Saitama Mask, we had a few things that we wanted to rework in our re-architecture as far as the back end, front end of the application. Something that we kind of took upon ourselves is to review an existing vulnerability that kind of exists in what's wrapped ether and a few other tokens that are being used in other swaps, not just Saitama or Saitamask in general. But we wanted to put things in place to make sure that we try to mitigate, some of those issues. So that's why it took a little bit longer, because we had to update our swap functions to make sure that we can, go with that. I think I shared the link before in the community, but we can also put it somewhere else where people can read up on, what kind of we were looking at to make sure that we don't become victims of that.
Yeah.
But that's mostly, what we were taking a look at. It took, obviously longer than what we wanted, but we want to make sure we take security as a priority.
Yeah, absolutely. So security has always been utmost importance, and I know these guys have probably gone overkill on security, but I've said this before in the past. So we can handle the FUD of a delay of the swap, right? That's okay. We can take that burden. What we can't and what we won't anticipate and what we don't accept is okay is people losing any kind of money on the swap, right? Any kind of functionality where it doesn't go through people. It only takes one or two people, right, to get their funds misappropriated, lost in a swap or gone, right? That will that'll just ruin all these guys' hard work. We don't want that. So, and also on the back end too, trying to integrate, different protocols to keep for, bot.
No, my God, man.
Migration, right? On bots, trying to keep them out to certain things. If you want to talk about that a little bit too,
I can talk a little about that. So you know what? Maybe we'll post up the link on maybe on the official channel or Twitter or something. But what's happening or what has happened in the past, if you've been using, let's say, Uniswap or any other swap that uses wrapped ether underneath to do transactions, you have these bots that pretty much like front running bots, if anybody really knows about that. But what they do is that they inject transactions into the mempools, and it's possible for them to kind of steal, small funds from each transaction or different transactions, and we want to make sure that we weren't susceptible to that.
Yeah, and so basically what that means for you guys that may not understand what Max is talking about, and you can see it on Dex tools, will be like a little bot icon, right, or a bag next to it, and it'll be red, right? And you're like, okay, why is there a 40 ETH buy, 100 ETH buy, and then a 40 ETH sell, right? Those are called front run bots that come in, and they're making, $500 or a quick $1,000 just on your transaction. So what you're doing is you're getting scammed out of a couple of your tokens, and they're draining a little bit of that liquidity. So these guys are putting, implications in place, roadblocks to minimize that on our platform, which is huge, right? Because that affects everybody. Not only are you getting less tokens for the amount of Ethereum that you're swapping, but it hurts the impact in the liquidity pool that we have on place in Saitama. So these are a few things that these guys thought obviously was very important for us to, nip in the bud right at, before we launched, which I agree, right? Like I said, we can take the day or two delay to make sure that we're not being impacted long term for bot transactions and liquidity draining, and it happens still, and you'll see it, right? And nobody else is. You do a transaction through Uniswap, happens every day. You see it all the time. So we're making sure that we're doing a platform that doesn't have that kind of issue. So we're growing that.
Yeah, and it's like a work in progress. I mean, if anybody want to ever look into it, you can see it all over Etherscan, and you'll see like private transactions and flashbot transactions. But aside from that, this is going to be a work in progress for us to make sure that we always prioritize security. We were actually going back and forth with engineering team about creating our own mempools and a few other things there to just be that more secure and only allow Saitama transactions to go through. But that's here nor there. But that's a lot of the stuff that we've been going back and forth with for the past week or so.
Okay. Yeah, and it's pretty complex, but we're and it is can probably give you a little bit more in detail. Maybe we can do something more specific to the inner workings of Saitama and how it's functional. So we won't get too involved in that now with this AMA, but I would like to probably do something more formal, with the engineering team where we can kind of break down the components, right? Or maybe we can even structure a video where it kind of gives you the live inner workings, right? We pop the hood and show you guys how it functions. And give the best explanation of that as possible, right? And the security protocols are in place to protect your investments and all that stuff, because it is a little bit of it's a little bit of a mouthful to digest, and we don't want to go too much into it, right? We want to try to keep things moving and keep things positive. But I'm honestly, it's been, you guys know, it's been a heck of a couple of weeks trying to get all this stuff rolled out. So we're there, right? We're at the 1 yard. I know we're going to push this thing out this weekend. Everything's good to go. We got the Lily coming out on Tuesday. Aaron's on here too. He can maybe give you a little bit of update on some of the stuff that he's working on. So the idea, right, is to change the narrative, get that momentum built back up. Everything that we're doing is basically structured around Saitama. We can't do anything without Saitama. So all the other things and the components, the business that we're trying to drive to, the marketing, listings, all these other things, we've really just had to kind of put on hold as far as announcing and moving forward with it until we get this stuff out. So now, like, we're getting bottlenecked because we got all these, great things that we're working on the back end that is ready to come to fruition. We just haven't been able to do, because what we didn't want to do was start making these announcements to defer the the kind of what your perspective on it, right? We don't want to say, hey, look over here at this shiny new thing over here, but not, correcting the problem, right? The SATA mask over here is not functioning, but we want to deter your attention over here. Right? That's bad marketing. It's bad business development. So our priority, obviously, for this entire month was to get this thing functioning properly. So after we roll this out and we got the Lily coming Tuesday, then we're just going to start rolling out all these other things that we're working on. We got a lot of things, because that business doesn't stop. Just because, SATA mask hit some delays and the engineering team was working their butts off behind the scene, doesn't mean that Aaron wasn't doing marketing. Doesn't mean that I wasn't making connections and creating joint ventures and partnerships. Doesn't mean that, we weren't integrating new tokenomics and bringing new coins onto the project. None of those things stopped. We just had to work in silence while we were, focusing on SATA mask. So, Aaron, do you want to give a brief, synopsis of what you've been doing on the marketing side and what to expect a little bit, without giving too much detail?
Hey everyone. Yes, so we have been doing some really great partnerships that I will just hold on. Maybe next week we can just drop the bombs. It's not just one partnership. It's going to be like a chain, and it's just going to be great. It's something that is going to expand the wolf pack, not just in US or North America. It's just going to go global. So until next week, I'll just hold that. I'm not just going to drop any bombs, but let's wait. So I know we've been doing a lot of stuff, and Aaron's been just killing it on the marketing side and making all these amazing connections. And we got a ton of stuff that we've already solidified. We're just waiting for the right time to put that information out. So as I kind of told you guys in the last few AMAs, that what we want to do is, for one, we want to change the narrative, right? We want to build up that momentum and get some of that traction that we've lost recently, just not because of delays in SATA mask, that coupled with some of the recent changes to the market, entering in their very short-lived bear market. So that, with a lot of other things, we want to first change the narrative, shift that momentum, get us moving in the right direction, and then continually, produce one thing after another, whether it's marketing, whether it's the SATA mask, whether it's our NFT marketplace that I can let Gabe talk on a little bit here in a minute, with the Lily and all the other things that we hadn't even really talked about yet, stuff that's not even on our roadmap that just came to us, recently, that we're going to be implementing and putting out much sooner than we anticipated. So the idea is to get this rolled out and then continue that climb, right? And then putting it out in the most, the proper channels, right? Having it run through our PR, having it run through our Associated Press portion of our website. This is how proper business functions, right? We need to get back to those grassroots and continue to move forward in building this into a multi-million-dollar company that it is, and what people expect. People that I talk to every day are not your normal just Tom, Frank, and Sally investors, but these are huge corporations with lots of different arms in different industries that want to get involved in the Saitama. And these are things that we're working on, and a lot of these have come to fruition and we're solidifying them. But again, it hasn't been about changing the narrative off of SATA mask to deter people onto something new and shiny. We had to get this done first so we can progress into the direction that we want to go. So it's been a lot, man, but we're here. We're drained, but we're there, man. We're right there. So Gabe, how we look on the NFT platform? I know, just give these guys some little. And on the Wolfcaster, I know that you put out a couple of features on it too.
Yeah, I've been sharing some of the Wolfcaster 1992 work in progress videos in my Twitter account, and also the Wolfcaster account has been sharing some, and we're getting like super good response, and it's not gonna take long to be out. We put in a lot of effort and a lot of work in detail. For those of you who haven't heard about it, it's a retro platform game. It's called 1992 because it's inspired by games of that age, of that era. If you played Genesis, Mega Drive, and Super Nintendo games at the time, this is the look that we're trying to create, which doesn't mean it's a simple game, because it's not. It's a lot of work, and I'm about to to release a video today after the AMA. So I'm giving you a sneak peek here of one of the stages. It's kind of blurry because I think of my transmission. But yeah, of Wolfcaster 1992, we have a lot of updates, and also we've been working on another 3D game for Wolfcaster, which you'll start to see some concept art and some gameplay tests that we're doing pretty soon. Both are play to earn. And also, like Russell said, we're working on our own proprietary NFT platform. So if you've been following our NFT collections, we were using up until now OpenSea and Mintable to launch our NFTs, but we started to receive some negative comments from the community of difficulties and hurdles to bid on our auctions because of problems in their platform. You know, they're one of the most largely used platforms, but still, you know, it's not that easy to use, and it has some limitations. So we wanted to do one platform that it has our flavor, that we can create specific artworks aimed at the wolf pack. And so we've been developing for 2 months already, and it's gonna be out in a couple of weeks. We're gonna have a demo phase first, like a beta phase, which will be open for the community, and we're gonna be testing some NFTs there before we launch the final platform. But it's gonna be less like OpenSea, where you can just go and post anything, and more like Vivi, you know, something that has a curation that people who want to collaborate, they can submit. We got a lot of requests from people in the community to collaborate with us on NFTs. So this platform will allow that. You're going to be able to submit your work, and we're going to review it, and then there's going to be a revenue share model for you to use our platform to sell your NFTs for the wolf pack.
Awesome. Thanks, Bray. I appreciate it. And yeah, that's the NFTs is huge, man. We got a lot of big collaborations with NFTs coming up too, like with some big name artists, with some, you know, some celebrities that want to do NFTs on our platform. And in order for us to do that, as Gabe says, is we were being very limited on OpenSea and other platforms. So having our own platform will do that. Is that the sneak peek of the NFT platform? Yeah. So similar to our website design, you guys can see.
Yeah. Sorry, let me turn off the blur here just a second, because my background was blurred.
There you go.
Now you can see it.
A little
better.
Sneak peek of our NFT platform.
Yeah, because you know, like how annoying I can be with details. So I keep like working and reworking stuff until I think it's ready to show, because this has to be good, you know, has to be next level. But we're going to be ready to share in a few days.
Yep, awesome, man. We're looking forward to it. So as you guys can see, it's got the same color scheme and the same layout as our website. It'll be on there, and we got it allows us to do a lot more things, right? Because we're in control of it. We can have people do collaborations with NFTs onto our platform. We're not mitigated. We don't have crazy gas fees. We don't have all that stuff. And then, of course, being able to incorporate it into SataMaker on the SataMask platform, where people can go on and create their own NFTs, you know, and that's on our roadmap as well. So this is just a few things that we're working on, really. I mean, we could just reach down in the bag and pull something out, because we've got so many different crazy things that we're going on all at the same time, right? Everything that we've been talking about in the past is now coming to fruition and becoming operational, right? We're just waiting for the platform that we're dropping out this weekend. And then, like I said, none of the work has stopped, right? So the NFT platform, you know, Max and the engineering team have been working hard on putting out the, you know, SataMask, but Gabe and his team putting together, you know, the NFT platform, right? And we're collaboration with these artists and putting out stuff for NFTs. None of that work has stopped, right? None of it. We've all been just, you know, pedal to the metal the entire time. I know it feels like we've been kind of spinning our circles, spinning our wheel in the same spot, but we're not. Like we're still progressing, and we still have all this stuff working and burning on the back end. So, So that's the update for the Saitama this weekend. I know some people, I still see a few that are giving error codes, right? So cryptologist Max. So the few that I've seen, right, people get login network errors still, or the 401. What do you guys? So we'll put an FAQ out for these guys. I know we put one out before, but most common that you guys have seen. What's the fastest way to mitigate that? Go ahead, cryptologist. You got a quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again,
So can you hear me?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you would we have to reinstall the application and register with a new account. As you do that, then when it asks you to, if you already had a wallet, import that wallet that was created from your first account if you created this way back when we launched the first version of Saitama. That will be the easiest and without having to debug and go through everything, because it's just going to clean everything up for you.
Okay. So what's another, if anybody gets like a 401 error, I know it's a generic code.
So 401 on a login screen means that you are authenticated, or that you're in the system. Yeah. It means so your password is wrong or your username is wrong. One of those two.
Okay. So we'll put out a quick FAQ for these guys, and we'll try to get it circulated around. I did see some people asking about tutorials. So Gabe and the team, the design team, they're going to put together a video tutorial for everybody. The idea is to have a few tutorial videos circulating around for people to get comfortable with the swap, do some exchange some tokens, right? Get familiar with the space before we go live with Tuesday. With the Lily launch, we want to make sure that everybody not only has an opportunity to import their wallet, but they got Saitama token on there. They can swap some of the other tokens. I think we got like 6 tokens that will have LP on there that we can exchange for. So, if you want to try it out and swap some around, you can do that. And then everybody should be, by Tuesday, have an account logged in, had an opportunity to view the tutorial videos, do some swap interaction on their own platform. And that way everybody, it's a fair launch for Lily on Tuesday, which we plan on rolling out in the afternoon. We'll give everybody plenty of ample time, and before that, right? And we'll actually probably put a ticker on the app or on the website, especially on our social media, so everybody knows. So that's that part. We have, everybody's always asking about the $1 million question, right, with exchanges. So we're in communication, and I've gotten some initial feedback from some of these guys. Everybody wants to see a functional platform. I think you guys can all agree in this chat that everybody wants to see a functional Saitama, because that's the that's the meat and the potatoes of our company, where we're at. So I think that, and you guys will notice too, that once we get live and preemptively leading up to it, and everybody can say, okay, wow, it is everything that it's supposed to be. We have a lot of big institutional money and investors also that are waiting for a functional product, and that's what we've been putting all this time, energy, and effort for into the last year, is to try to get Saitama rolled out, and we can just build on it. It's the building block. So you guys will see things change very, very, very quickly. Not just with Saitama, but in crypto in general. I think that we're really setting the foundation moving forward to how we engage, how we interact, what we do in the space, how we incorporate different things, crypto and different industries, all collided into one. I think Saitama will be at the front line of that, really making the change and doing things, how they're supposed to be. Like, we pioneered so many things, and we'll continue to do so. Actually, after we release Lily, we're looking at something else that's going to be absolutely massive as well, that we're going to be incorporating more industries into Saitama, so we can update our website and our roadmap, and we'll be putting that on you guys real soon too. I would imagine probably in the next couple of weeks, but that's a big project we're working on behind the scenes as well, that nobody even knows about, because it's not on our white paper, it's not on our roadmap, but it's absolutely massive. So I'm really excited, and everybody that I talked to, from different major industries, exchanges, institutional money, different, conglomerates in different countries, like, they all say, we love what you do. We are 100% behind Saitama. We want to see this wallet out. We want to see it functional, and let's have a conversation and see how we can integrate what we're doing into what you guys are doing, and utilizing SataMask as a platform to get that message across. So these are just some of the things that we've been working on, over the course of the last, 8 months, but more recently, obviously, right, as we've grown at such an amazing capacity and how we've gotten and accomplished so many different things. And there's a lot of other stuff that's going on too that's boring to everybody. It's boring to me, like compliance and regulations and insurance and all that stuff. I mean, we probably have like 6 different law firms working for us right now, just handling everything that we're doing on a compliance issue, on a compliance side, and regulatory issues. Because we're here for the long term, right? We're not your typical fly-by-night cryptocurrency company. We're a registered business, and we do things the right way. And we want to make sure that we're doing things the right way moving forward, so none of this stuff comes back to bite us in the butt. And we're still a startup, right? I mean, I've been involved in startups. We are a startup. We're less than a year old. But what we've imagined, and what we've accomplished in the last 8 months is crazy. So now we're doing a little bit of catch up, and making sure that we're being, cognizant of that as well. But the main goal is for the growth, right? We want to make sure that we're growing in the right direction. We're making sure that our ducks are in a row to do that. So, yeah. So let's see. Anything else that we want to cover while we're on here, guys?
Just mostly that. I think that's what the focus is for the next few days, and getting the swap out on Sunday, and just moving forward.
Awesome. Yeah. And again, so the idea, and to reiterate for those that maybe had just joined, swap on Sunday, Lily on Tuesday. Aaron's got a crap ton of marketing coming up and some big bombs that we're going to drop on you guys. But the idea is to make sure that we're maintaining that momentum, right? Now we can shift the narrative into a positive light. We can get the platform rolled out this weekend. We can continue on for that, the momentum with the Lily, and we can have that hyperburn initiated as we're bringing in all these different coins. And then we got the marketing rolling out, exchanges coming up. We got all, the Sata Maker. We got an NFT platform. We got a couple other things that I'm not going to talk about just yet, but we got just a crazy amount of things. But the idea is, again, to shift the narrative, get the momentum built up, structured, work with our PR team, keep it moving in the right direction. And then pretty much every week for quite some time now, it's going to be something new, and it's going to be something aggressive. It's going to be something pioneering in the space. It's going to be partnerships. It's going to be this and that, and just a million other things. So we're all really excited. I know that, we've been a little bit quiet, and because we didn't want to, shift the focus. We didn't want to shift the narrative on something, to try to deter people and say, have them look away like we're trying to, we got something to hide, because we don't. We wanted to get this out first and make sure that we're doing it properly. So, yeah. So I'm excited, man. It's been exhausting. I think we've all been kind of at our end. We've all been a little frustrated and trying to get this here. And these guys have been working hard, sleeping on couches, right, in the office, doing rotations and power naps. So, yeah, no one of these guys, I know they all got the pretty face, but these guys have been tired, man. They've been working their butts off. So I know that, it can be quickly overlooked, right? People are like, oh, we want SataMask now, but not knowing the inner workings and how much work actually goes into it is crazy. So, but let's before we do sign off or anything, let's take a couple questions.
Sure.
Just to try to see. I was trying to talk and read at the same time, but I have a hard time walking and chewing gum, so I couldn't do both. But if you guys see any questions pop up, let's try to do at least a few. So I say try to install new SataMask cannot registration currently restricted. SataMask is being optimized. Please wait until further notice or try again later. So, are we still are we restricting any region still, or is it open? Is that a common error?
It should be open for everybody if they're on the latest version. It has to check to see if that person's on the latest version, and we shouldn't be doing any restricting on certain regions. Maybe like a small subset, since we're still moving things around in the background, but for the most part, everybody should be able to get on.
Okay. Yeah, and a few people that I know that were having that issue, I just had them either update the app, like Max said, delete the app maybe because it was running on an old version, reinstall it, and then they were able to register a new account. Like register your account, log in, and you're good to go. Yeah. Can we reach ACH cash? I'm sorry. When can we ACH cash into SataMask from the bank account? Well, Q2, right? I think that's what we're talking about.
That's part of the payment side of things when we roll all that out.
Yeah. So we have the card to crypto payment system on the roadmap, Q2. So we just barely started Q1. So Q2 is on there for the roadmap for the ACH card to crypto payment system and bank integration. How can we remove a wallet from SaitaMask app? Can you remove them as you add them?
So as of right now, how we have it set up, that is not a feature that is enabled, but we are going to give the option for the user to be able to remove a wallet from the SaitaMask app.
Okay. And it appear on there as well?
Oh, yeah, exactly. It should be all appearing in their portfolio and everything.
Okay. Yeah, because I know if they imported their wallet, but they're like, hey, my Saitama tokens don't show up there. What happened to them? They're freaking out. Yeah, it lives on the blockchain, right? You're just basically opening up that portal. You can have 10 portals
Correct.
open at once, whether it's Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, MetaMask, whatever other platform you use. You're not removing those tokens from that wallet. You're opening up another door, right, into a wallet on SaitaMask. So if you interact in SaitaMask, you're still interacting on the same blockchain. It still shows up on there. So if you do a swap in SaitaMask, it shows up on Trust Wallet and vice versa. So the coins integration will be on there when the swap function is released. So yeah, don't worry, they're still on there. If you go into a different
Correct.
wallet, it'll show your Saitama is still there. It didn't go anywhere. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Max, will Wallet Connect work before Lily comes out so I don't have to transfer out of my ledger?
Unfortunately, no. It would come after Lily comes out because that's going to be part of the next feature set that we release when we do staking and side desktop that we had talked about, previously in the other AMA.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's see here. How can I get support? So I know that there's a function on there, right? SaitaMask said we're going to do customer support, like an FAQ section and all that, right?
Yeah, well, the idea is to have on SaitaMask a link where they can obviously upload whatever information or documentation or anything that they need help with. But currently, right now, what we had put out was a link out to the community where you can send all your information, and it'll go directly to the engineering team, and somebody will respond, and it'll go through the steps if you need some dedicated help.
Okay. Yeah, and most of the stuff, right, we'll have an FAQ section. So if we see the same
Correct.
email, like redundant over and over and over again, with the same problem, right, with a login issue or whatever, we'll just put out an FAQ onto our website, and SaitaMask can be like, okay, if you're having this issue, please refer. It's usually probably just a quick fix. We'll be able to stake Saitama using Ledger Nano.
So we're still going through some testing with hardware wallets, so I don't really have a specific answer for that, but I don't see why that would be an issue once we do like the whole wallet connect thing.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. How to import multiple wallets on SaitaMask. I think there's an add function, right, on there. You can add wallets. Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, there is.
So yeah, you just go into the tab and you can add as many as you want. Is there a limit how many wallets you can add on there?
No, you can add as
Like
many
1,000,
wallets
right?
as
You
well.
can put as many as you want. You just have to navigate and switch back and forth between each one. Yeah. How to import multiple wallets. That's a tab. So that's fine.
The tab. I think a lot of that stuff. What would help is when we start doing all the tutorials and all that stuff. People will see exactly how to do certain functions.
Yeah, exactly. And the tutorial video will come out and be able to show you guys how to do all that stuff. And it's pretty, it's just like any application. You kind of just have to go through and you can't break it, right? Just find out. We'll have tutorial videos on there to show you how to properly do each functionality of it. And again, it's going to be constantly changing, right? We're going to be adding functions as we go. It's not just so it says, what can I do for you? What do the devs need? Lots of things. Sleep, man. I need sleep.
Yeah, I mean, my answer to that really is more or less, try to be the community that we set out to be. If you see that somebody needs some help or somebody that knows less, don't mind going out of your way trying to teach them or give them some information that you may have that they may not have. I think that's always important.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we try to have AMAs and we try to do stuff, and put out information the best we can. But really, it's the people in the community that can answer those questions, right? And we're trying to be a little bit better about having an open line of communication with our moderators and stuff, so we can have the same general message, right? So we have people in the community, Facebook, social medias that can have a certain message that we send out, in a certain way that we put information out through our PR team. So common asked questions can be answered, in a singular fashion with the same answer and response each time. But again, the community is, we 300,000 plus individuals help answer those questions because we can't really be everywhere. So
Yeah, as much as we try.
yeah, right. I mean, almost possible. If I travel enough, I should be everywhere at once. So it says, can you hide the dust coins so you don't see them in your wallet? Somebody told me too, like they imported their seed phrase, right, and those dust coins didn't transfer over.
What they're not doing is they're not showing up and stuff like that. But we're also going to be, as we start rolling out more updates, is like notifications and, known dust coins to be segregated or not shown at all, and, things like that.
Yep. Yeah, and actually, someone asked me earlier too about doing like a designated Twitter space, and again, that comes down to how we want to, get information out to the community. We want to have a single source of information through our newsroom and our platform, because when you start to have different messages and different people sharing the same narrative and same message, it can also be, misinterpreted. And I feel like a lot of FUD comes from that. A lot of FUD derives from misinformation or miscommunication. So what we're trying to do to eliminate that is have a single source of information where you can go to our newsroom and get a community update, right, or a press release, or anything that we want to put out through the community should be done through a single channel, a single source. If we do like a Twitter space once a week, it kind of changes that motive. So now we're having, people asking questions that haven't been addressed in formal matter, and then it really leaves it up for interpretation. And when you do that, things can be, miscommunicated. So I'm not against it, right? I love talking to the community. I love coming on Twitter spaces. I love doing the AMA and talking with everybody, but we want to make sure that we're doing it in the right way, so we're not putting out the wrong message, or we're not, confusing people or creating, some sort of train of miscommunication. So which tokens are on the first wave? It was on the press release. I think there's about 6 of them. And we do have I don't want to call it a press release because it probably won't go out. Well, this one might go on an AP wire, but on that release or public statement, right, it will have the list of tokens that we have on that. It was about 6. And we will still release that when the launch, when the wallet goes live for the swap function. So even though I'm coming out and telling you guys now we're going to do it on Sunday, we'll still release that, and it'll have the list of tokens that we'll have on there. I think there's 6 of them. Do I have to purchase Saitama and Ethereum before I can purchase Lily? Yeah, so Lily only has one pairing, right? It's on SaitaMask, and it's going to be a Saitama pairing. So if you want to purchase Lily on Tuesday when it launches, you have to swap Saitama for it. So what does that do for us, right? Well, if you want to buy Lily, and there's a lot of people that do, you have to own Saitama. And if you're like me and you're very partial to your Saitama tokens and you want to also buy Lily, you just have to get some more Saitama tokens. So, that's going to also, it's a win-win for everybody, right? Because most people, I feel, that buy Lily will also be Saitama holders. So, will you make an update for old Android versions like 8? There should be a latest update for the Android. What's the latest functional Android operating system? 1.7, 1.8?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
Well, right now we're 110
for Android.
I thought you were talking about the application itself on SaitaMask.
Yeah, the application. Yeah.
The 1.10.1 is the latest.
Okay. Yeah. So make sure everybody go on there and update. I'm sure everybody is, because they've been looking for updates and stuff. But yeah, if you're having an issue, just make sure that you are running the proper app update, and of course application software update on your phone. We're good to move funds over to SaitaMask now. We'll still need to wait until later this weekend, right? I think you can move them over anytime you want. Somebody said you're not going to be able to see your Saitama populate on the SaitaMask until we open up that function. But again, it lives on the blockchain, so it's not going anywhere. It's on there, so you can import it, right? Is that kind of the gist of it, Max?
That's correct. And we've been moving a lot of things around in the background just to get things ready. But that's exactly it.
Yep. So you can import your seed phrase. If your Saitama tokens don't show up, if they don't populate, they will. They will this weekend when we flip the switch.
So will the servers be able to support the increase of people that would be utilizing SataMask? So how many people do we have currently registered, and what happens when we get 1 million users? How big are our servers? Are they going to be able to compete with that? Are we going to be good? What about Lily? Would we hit $100 million in a week? Or are servers strong enough to handle that?
Yeah, that should be okay. Honestly, the way that everything has been created is it allows to be able to scale if we need to, especially scale horizontally or vertically, depending on what our needs are as far as users. We have a lot of monitors in place that monitor not just usage, traffic, all kinds of things. So we make sure that we're taking a look at all of that as we start gaining users.
And it's like anything, right? If we're scaling out and we see that, hey, we're getting much more traffic or users registered than we initially anticipated, then we'll just add more, right? We'll just create more space. We'll add a server or whatever. It's not going to be.
Well, regardless, it has to grow. As we grow and we start getting more users and a lot of more activity in the back end and the front end, and adding all the other functionalities, it's going to have to keep growing.
Yep, absolutely. And again, we'll be adding so many different functions on it as we go that we'll need to expand. Right? We'll need to build out. So what will happen when a transaction gets stuck on the blockchain? Is there a mechanism to cancel the transaction? Similar like on Uniswap, right? Where sometimes it gets stuck and you got to actually go on there and cancel out the transaction. Is that capability built in?
That's something that'll be enabled, so you can send a cancellation. What it tries to do is it tries to cancel it. Of course, it has to be accepted by the blockchain. It all depends, because you can send a cancellation and then it just might not make it in.
Gotcha. And also, what about the two forms of authentication? Is that going to be implemented on Sunday as well?
Yeah. People will have two-factor authentication. I see there somebody's asking about.
Hey, I beat him to it. Face ID. Well, I think there's 3 different functions. Or what are the options on there?
So Face ID is a little different, and that's something that we're gonna have to implement for Apple. I'm not saying that I like Android more than Apple, but maybe we'll get it in there. The other forms of or two-factor authentications is SMS, email, or if not, an authenticator application like Google Auth or something like that, which is probably the easiest way to use.
Yep. And I think they actually Google has plenty of platforms like that. Like it's two forms of authentication app right through Google that you can put on there. It's pretty common. I have a couple on my phone. It's pretty common. So fees cheaper or the same? So I know we touched about this a little bit as far as fees, like when we're interacting with the blockchain. So Uniswap, for example, uses whatever they're coded in fee of 0.25% or whatever it is. And we're cheaper than that. Can you kind of give us a little idea as far as what to expect when integrating a blockchain transaction versus a traditional swap function on the app itself? Like if we're swapping one of the coins that we have on there, right, with Saitama, Lily and Saitama and all that?
A regular transfer is going to be, the gas fee that you pay for a transfer. That's something you can't get away from, because that's the Ethereum fee or the gas fees that you pay in Gwei. But what it is cheaper when you're doing a swap. We had put it at like a 0.25, which is a lot cheaper than Uniswap or any of the swaps that we've seen, at least. So we want to make sure that it's pretty static and it's very cheap. It's not that we're raising the fees based on the pairings or anything like that, because that's usually what other swaps try to do.
Got it. Yeah, and so all around, right? Like we can dictate what those fees are, and that's the whole point of it, is to make it cheaper, to make it easier. If we're interacting with the blockchain, we can make it cheaper. Obviously, until the SATA chain comes out, then we can really make it cheaper. Stuff that happens internally in SataMask, swaps and things of that nature, is going to be obviously with Saitama, and it'll be much cheaper, obviously, than having to pay a mining fee and all that. So, is there another version coming out this weekend? Do we need?
rolling out updates, what it seems like daily now, just to update certain things and maybe update string text, or just make sure that some other features are good to go when we flip the switch. So
it doesn't require an Apple
exactly.
update.
I was going to say updates is not really dependent on what the swap is going to be.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And I did see just relative to that, and I see it in there. People ask, when you launch Lily, does that mean Saitama price is going to tank? No, because it's all swapping one for one in the liquidity pool. We've already provided the liquidity, so you're good. Just like we already provided liquidity in Saitamask for you to swap your tokens with. We've injected liquidity already that has nothing to do with the price. So when we initiate the Lily Saitama swap function in Saitamask, it won't have anything to do with price. If you swap, right, essentially, if you swap $1 million worth of Saitama for $1 million worth of Lily, does that mean that the price is going to dip $1 million? Well, no, because it's integrated into our ecosystem to where you're just essentially doing a one-to-one swap. Now, if you don't have $1 million in Saitama and you want to buy $1 million in a Lily, well, yeah, that means you got to buy $1 million of Saitama, right? So if anything, it's going to make the price go up. So it's actually the exact opposite, right? It won't tank the price; it'll increase the price, which will increase the value of Saitama, which will initiate the burn, which will increase the value of Lily. And like I talked to you guys and kind of mentioned a few times before, everything that we do in Saitamask and around and relative to all the different things that we're doing, it's all geared with the same premise, and that's to make the token more valuable, to make Saitama more valuable, to make the price increase, to burn more of the circulating supply, to give it more of a use case, to increase everything. We would never implement a structure or tokenomics into Saitama that would affect the business or coin negatively. If we thought that having a Lily token or anything relative to that would hurt the value of the price, then we wouldn't do it. But it's the exact opposite. It's built and its main premise is to make the coin valuable, to increase the value of the coin, right? To reduce the circulating supply. And that's the same concept when we add these other coins on there. If you want to swap for some of these other tokens that we put on there now, or ones that we'll put on there in the future, you're still going to have to swap Saitama for it. If you don't have any, you have to buy more. Once the liquidity reduces, then we'll have to add more into Saitamask for the liquidity, right? Whether that's the token developer ourselves or however we do it. But the idea in the end is to make it more valuable. Like the coin price will go up. And that's like people don't understand how important this is and the inner workings of Saitamask and how we structure it, or we, and I said you guys mainly, it's for one purpose only, and that's to make Saitama price increase and to make it more valuable, to give it more utility. Everything we do, right? It doesn't matter if it's a card to crypto payment system, staking capability, swap function, NFT marketplace, say the studios with the play to earn games, all these other things. It is all geared to make this company and coin more valuable. And because it's DeFi and that circulating supply will continue to burn and burn and burn, the amount of coins available will continue to shrink, therefore making it more valuable on its own also. Yes, so it will make it increase, not decrease. Who is Luis? Luis, is he still on the call?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Max, you're on mute. But Luis, who is Luis? Who is the masked man?
Who is Luis? Well, I mean, he can probably tell you who he is, but he's one of the engineers working on Saitamask and everything in and around, the background stuff. So he can probably talk a little bit about himself.
Luis is a strapping young lad who likes long walks on the beach. His favorite meals are, I don't know, fish tacos, maybe? I don't know, I think it's Wild West. No. So yeah, like Luis and Sandor, like cryptologists, those are guys that work on the engineering team with Max. So as I kind of talked to you guys before, like, we have I don't know, probably 50 or more, 100 maybe people that work behind the scenes in Saitama. There's only as you know, the core developers, but aside from that, there's tons. Like, so Max got a bunch of engineers that help him with Saitamask, help constructing and putting the pieces in motion. Like he's not back there in his office creating Saitamask all by himself.
Yeah, we got a whole core of engineering group that we bring on to help us, and these are just two gentlemen that are, out there every day putting it in and working it. They're not developers; they work on our engineering team. Just like we have moderators that work for us in moderating different social media platforms. Just like Gabe has, people that work with him in the content creation and group that help create NFTs and and videos and tutorials and all those things. Like that's part of Gabe's squad. MK's got his team in the finance side that help him, as far as CPAs and everything else. We have 20 attorneys that work for us. We have tons of moderators. We have administrators. We have a whole team, right? That's a corporate structure. That's how we do business. We're not going to bring 100 people on here, of course, but relative to Saitama, I have to bring these guys on here. So that kind of, and we're actually working on putting out more of a concrete governance structure for you guys, so you can see some of these names of the faces and who works, and helps us out as far as operations and finance and all that stuff and engineering. So let's see. Max equation: will the issue with the wallet saying undefined be resolved before this weekend? Could everyone ask this question so they can see it?
Yeah, 100%. That's something that we've mentioned up until this point. We've been moving some parts in the background and doing everything that we need to do to get in preparation for our final full release. Obviously, that's what I had tried to tell everybody. It's just that once we tell everybody it's good to go, then we shouldn't have any of these issues. Most of them are just us moving things around.
Okay, so the undefined network error is kind of on your guys' end. They're moving things around and optimizing. So by Sunday, right, it'll all be removed and good. So if how do you just log in, and if it says undefined, then just check back later, or is there something you need to actually physically do?
Yeah. That's usually because we've closed the connection or move something around that it's trying to get some sort of service that it's not available at the time.
Okay, good to know. So if it says undefined, then then check back. But yeah, it'll all be functioning and good to go by Sunday. If you did receive some of those other errors, the 401 or being restricted, then we'll put out an FAQ and these guys kind of touched on it. We'll bring it up more. Having my token on Gate.io or Bitmark, do I need to sell them to Ethereum, then buy them back on Saitama? Yeah, I mean, can they? Well, it's a centralized exchange, right? So. Yeah, I mean, can you just send
would you have
from Gate.io straight to Saitama?
Yeah, I was just supposed to say you wouldn't have to sell them per se. You could just send them. Saitama, the token or any token you send on the blockchain is the token that exists for everybody. It doesn't change if it's on the centralized or decentralized exchange, unless the centralized exchange is doing something underneath that that we don't know.
Yeah, so just like if you would normally, right? If you were to send Saitama from Bitmark to Trust Wallet, you wouldn't have to sell them. You just send them there, and then whatever Bitmark charges as a withdrawal fee, right, or any exchange, right, any centralized exchange, whatever they charge for withdrawal fee, you'll have to pay. We don't control that. We don't dictate what that is. But no, you don't have to sell them, and there's no seed phrase implementation or importation. You just send them directly. So when you go on Saitama and you say receive tokens, receive Saitama, copy the code, go to LBank, VKX, Bitmark, whatever, and then send them just like you would anything else normal. It says, hey, Russ, can you ask Max about the Saitama tracker? Can we see this on Saitama? So, Max, can we see the Saitama tracker on the website? I know that was a tool you guys put together a while ago. Is that going to be all right?
Yeah, so it's something similar where you can track your rewards and the reflections that you're coming in. That's going to be part of a feature update.
Okay, good to go. So I see a lot of people ask, and I get it all the time about the Bitmark buybacks, man. We've asked them like a million times, and we've actually moved forward, and sent some notice to them about insurance policies and things like that, and try to get it out. So we're working on it. They said they're gonna, right? They said they are or have been. I don't know. They kind of dodge us like the plague. So we're trying to get to the bottom of it and see to push these guys. So as soon as we get some updates on that, we'll let you guys know. But as far as from what they've told us, what we know that they've been buying back when it doesn't manipulate the market, or maybe when it's convenient. I'm not really sure. Talk to me about reflections or minimum requires for staking. I know the staking feature is not going to be available right away, but is there going to be a minimum? Like you can own
you have to do at least 100 billion or 10 billion, or is it really you can stake whatever amount?
So, when we sit down and talk about staking, then we'll release that info. After we get the Saitama stabilized, I actually had planned on doing something with Scott. That's something that we've been going back and forth with, and go on his channel so we can discuss the technical right behind it, and we'll put all that stuff out there. Since that's going to be part of the second phase, the rewards phase, when we have staking enabled with side of desktop and all that stuff, then we'll release it right beforehand.
Where is Nam? Nam is in Vietnam. His brother, I don't know, he probably didn't. He doesn't really come out. He doesn't talk about stuff. But his brother got real sick, and he had to take him back to. He was living with him. Not to put all his information out there, but he was staying with him, and I know that he was sick. So he was taking him back to Vietnam, and then he's going to be there for a couple weeks. But he's still been working, right? And he's just not on the AMA. But no, he's in Vietnam, so I think right now it's probably like 2 a.m. or something crazy over there. So he's probably asleep. But he's still around and he's still working, and he's just over there for a couple weeks and he'll be back. So he does try to come on like Telegram, and he's still working when he can. He always joins. We have our own calls, our developer meetings every single day, and he's on there. So he's probably just not on here because of the time zone difference. What happens to Ethereum already sent to Saitama? It's there, right? So I think the Ethereum shows up. It was just Saitama tokens that weren't populating.
Yeah, I think that some people were having some sort of issue with the Saitama token, but it all shows up there, and it, like we said before, it lives all on the blockchain, so nothing happens to it.
Yeah, it's there.
The blockchain.
Yeah, if you send Ethereum to Saitama and it hasn't showed up yet, it'll show up as soon as they initiate the swap function. It'll show up. Your Saitama will be there. Whatever tokens that you sent there will show up, right? Except for the ones that you don't want, the dust ones. The update on the tail, I know it looks like a pig butt, right? That was, and Gabe wanted to let everybody know that he did not approve the pig butt. But no, that was an early on.
Yeah. So it's definitely on our list. Obviously, it's not for us. It hasn't been a high priority. If you have that versus getting the swap function and all that stuff enabled for everybody, but we'll get it up there and fixed. I know the pig butt was a big thing.
We have a new design yet, but like Max said, they're prioritizing other stuff. But it's there. It exists.
We'll put it on.
Yeah, don't worry. As soon as we get it optimized and we roll out Saitama this weekend, we'll make sure we get the pig butt removed. Put a fancy tail on it. Win beer, I'm buying. Hey, you know what? Hey, that's something that I think we can all use right now. It's been not just us, right? The community. The community's been frustrated. The community's been getting battered and bruised. Same with some of the Wolfpack OGs and hopefuls have been out there trying to combat the FUD, right, and trying to stay positive. But yeah, I mean, I'm just to put it this way, man. If it was easy, everybody would do it, right? And I see a lot of critics, and everybody's an expert. Everybody's an IT expert. Everybody's a genius of their own trade. There is a lot of people that have experience in certain things, but I understand that the people on this call and Max and the engineering team, they're the best what they do. They know what they're doing, right? We have all the faith in the world that they know what they're doing, and they make sure that they don't rush things to put it out because they feel like they're pressured into doing the wrong thing. They want to make sure they're doing it right. And to me, that holds higher value, right? That's more important. It's not about trying to appease the masses and getting it out. Do we all want things now and immediately? Absolutely. Would it have been great to have the Saitama launched on day one when we wanted to? 100%. But is it just as important to make sure that they're doing it the right way for the long term and the longevity and success of the project? Yes, way more important. We're not here just for January, February, March of 2022. Like, we're going to be here for a very long time, and we're building something pretty special, and we want to make sure we're doing it the right way. So I understand some criticism, and people are being optimistic about it, and there's been some questions like, hey, do you guys know what you're doing? Does the development team really have a handle on it? Yeah, absolutely, we do. I mean, have we made mistakes along the way? Sure, of course. We're still a startup, and we'll probably, I'm not saying we won't do everything perfect from here on out, but you know what? We're going to do the best that we can. We're going to put it out, and we're really pioneering the way, and we're being, intuitive enough to make sure we're doing the right thing the first time. So Yeah, so kudos to everybody, and we appreciate everybody's patience. Get it out this weekend. We got some amazing things coming up, man. So everybody that's been here from the beginning, it's coming, man. We got a lot of green days ahead of us, and we're looking forward to it. Change the narrative, get the momentum pushed in the right direction, and we're there. I think we've gotten kicked around enough lately, so it's time to start climbing back up, dust ourselves off, put your head up high, puff your chest out, take a little pride and ownership. That's what it's about, pride and ownership. So we're here, we're good. Gonna be a good weekend. We can all take a breath, maybe even take a couple hours off and chill and take a nap after we get all this stuff done and rolled out on Sunday. But then we're turning around and we're launching Lily on Tuesday, and then we got my calendar is chock full, man. I got notes all over it. I'll be everywhere this whole month and the next month. Then we got Dubai in March, and we're doing the thing in Miami in June, and I got a ton of stuff coming up in February too. I'm gonna be all over the place. So so let's enjoy it, man. It's a win, right? So let's get this thing out on Sunday. Chalk it up as a win. We appreciate you guys' help, and the community for standing by us. The engineering team, you guys have been busting your butt. Don't listen to the critics. You guys did an amazing job. And the community, you guys, appreciate everybody's, encouragement, right? There's been a lot of people out there that have been very encouraging as well. It's not all fun, right? It's not all people that are, being critics and trying to talk us down and all that stuff. Not us, development, but the project, the team, the company in general. But there's a lot of people out there that really see the vision, see the truth, and see, where this thing's going, right? It's just the beginning. So, so I appreciate you guys all coming on, and let's get this thing out on Sunday. Yeah, take a mask.
All right, let's get
Appreciate
That's
it.
great.
Everybody coming on.
Right.
We'll put that press release out. Keep an eye out on our social medias and on our platform and on our website. As soon as we drop that press release, says it's functional, you guys can go into it, and it'll be good to go. Get on the app, and the swap will be live. So, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, take care, guys. Bye.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Take care.
Let's go. All right. Now, in my opinion, that AMA was definitely worth it. Now I just want to actually see it come through. All right. I would be really annoyed. I'm not even gonna say it. Actually, I'm gonna have to say it because it happened several times before. I would be really annoyed if come Sunday and the app is still not fully functional. All right. I do hope that the app is fully functional. And when I mean fully functional, I don't mean like staking, because I feel like staking and all the other like features and stuff is going to come down later down the line. But for people to at least be able to swap, or for at least people to be able to log into their account, I hope that stuff is working smooth and everything. But for those who probably joined in late and everything, I'm gonna just go over like the main things that they discussed in the EMA. So the top thing, right, the biggest thing that Russ said and the team said that. They said Saitama should be officially like up and ready Sunday, right? This upcoming Sunday, which pretty much gives us 2 days. Gives us 2 days, and then they said, then following that, Lily finance token, right? This is the official exclusive. This is the exclusive token that's going to be only released on Saitama, right? You won't be able to buy this on Uniswap. Lily's supposed to be released that following Tuesday, so pretty much 2 days after, right? I'm gonna say 2 to 3 days after. Sunday pretty much. Then what else? And then he also mentioned how like a lot of people are looking forward to like exchange listings, like exchanges, listing Saitama and everything, like Binance, Crypto.com, KuCoin and everything. And he was pretty much saying that he said they've already applied to all of the exchanges pretty much, and they've already been in, they're pretty much in talks with some exchanges, and he pretty much just came down to say that a lot of these exchanges are pretty much waiting for Saitama to be like fully functional. They want to wait wait for Saitama's main utility to be perfect, right? Running smooth. So hopefully we can start seeing some exchanges once the app is up and running. People are logged in, no issues. Everything is working fine. And then he also said that the hyperburn, look forward to the hyperburn that could be initiated once the other tokens get brought into Saitama, right? So like the Lily Finance token, what's the other token that's supposed to go on? I know there's probably like 4 or 5 other tokens that are supposed to be getting listed onto Saitama, but in order to buy these other tokens that are going to be like, put on Saitama or Saitamask, you're going to have to buy them. You're going to have to purchase those tokens with Saitama. So it's going to be at higher demand when it comes to Saitama tokens. And then what else? They also mentioned like the Saitama reward tracker. So pretty much for people who want to track their Saitama rewards, like the reflections they get. And Max said that they are working on something like that in the future to put in, put in the app. So that's going to come along with like some future updates. And then he also mentioned the pig butt tail. Pretty much like this is like one of the funniest things. It's random, but it's funny. A lot of people were complaining about the. I can't lie, the wolf tail does not look good. I wish I could show y'all. Let me see. Mask. Wish I could just show y'all what it looks like. It's like the little wolf logo. Here we go. Wait, where is it? It's a little like it's pretty much like a little wolf logo. Is this it? Here we go. And a lot of people do not like. I don't like the way it looks either. It does not look like a wolf tail. I feel like in order to be the perfect, crypto and stuff, man, you got to have a better wolf tail than this. This is not like a wolf tail. It definitely looked like a pig tail, a pig butt. But they said that they already have a different like image to change with, change for this, like an upgraded image. They're just waiting to. They said they're pretty much focusing on the more important stuff. So, what else are they talking about? As far as the people having like errors and stuff right now, still like trying to log in, they were saying just one of the things they said that you can try to fix it is, go to like whatever device you're on, go to like your settings, go to like the app settings, delete the like data from there, clear the data, clear the like the cache and the cookies or whatever, and then delete that app, restart your phone, go back to the store, re-download the app, see if you have to like update it. What I did too, like I noticed the first time I tried to log into my account, it didn't work, obviously. So I used a second email, and the second email, it seemed like it was kind of working. And then I tried a third email. When I tried that third email, that's when they finally sent me the activation code to my email. I'll even show y'all right here. They sent me the activation code to my email. And after that, like ever since then, my app has been working pretty fine. Of course, there's still like some little like things as far as like the balance might take a little while to update, or I know like the swap feature isn't enabled right now. They said that it will be enabled on Sunday or by Sunday. So I'll show y'all mine. I'll show y'all mine right here. But let me see. So this is mine. This is mine's right here. All right. I'm using the Samsung Galaxy S7 Plus. But you can see it right here. So you do that. Let me see right here. And by the way, I know a lot of you are talking to me in the comments. Just give me a couple seconds or a couple minutes, and I'll definitely start replying to y'all, responding to y'all. We go to the home. Oh, I guess this is the home button. Yeah, so pretty much it's like that, right? You switch to different coins. Oh, it's like this. I have a reflection. Hold on. So you do this. You can go to like different little what's the names. Pretty cool. Right there, Ethereum. Go to the thing. These are just like the coins that I have. USD. What else? You can check your portfolio. See, like for instance, right here. Sometimes, like for me, it might take a little while longer to load the portfolio. Wait, is this even connected? Oh, I think I might have to connect my wallet again. I might have to connect my wallet again because my portfolio isn't here. And the thing is, I notice a lot of people are actually sending, like they're actually like sending their tokens to Saitamask and like when they do that, they're actually like transferring them by paying a transaction fee. And like when you do that, you're literally putting your tokens on SaitaMask, and whenever SaitaMask is tripping and you can't log in and SaitaMask is like having errors, you don't have access to your crypto. So I didn't do that. What I did was I used my my Coinbase wallet seed phrase. So technically my seed phrase, like my portfolio, my crypto portfolio, it will always be on Coinbase wallet, but I just made a copy of it and put it on SaitaMask. So whenever SaitaMask is tripping, like it is right now, it's taking a long time to load. I can still access my coins, my crypto on Coinbase wallet. That's what people need to start doing, because you don't want to just send all your coins over here and you're paying a transaction fee and stuff, and then whenever the app isn't working, you just don't have access to your coins. Let me see. So hopefully they said Sunday it should be running smooth. I hope that's the case. Let me see what y'all saying in here. What's going on, Richard? He said Lily on Tuesday. He said missed you, my G. Where you been? What up, David? Man, honestly, man, I've just been trying to just like focus on my health, focus on just other things outside of crypto, but mainly my health. Like I said a few times before, I just have, a few things as far as when it comes to my health that I have to like keep super tabs on. I'm like a night owl, so I'm so used to going to sleep at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule. Just taking like, I don't know, just taking like time from crypto, because for anybody who's been paying attention to like, especially Saitama and just the crypto in general, the past like 2 weeks is just so much drama, so much just random like FUD, just negativity, and just stress. Like I know a lot of people be stressing because crypto be down a lot. Like not only Saitama's down, but crypto in general, Bitcoin's down, Ethereum, like a lot of just crypto in general, a lot of it is down because of just like, for example, the FOMC thing with the whole like them hiking up interest rates and everything. So it's just, the last thing I need is just more stress when I already have certain issues of, I have to deal with myself. So what I usually do is I'll just like take a break from making videos. I'll still be like on Twitter. I'm really active on Twitter, or I'll make like a little post here and there on YouTube just to kind of keep people updated. But yeah, man, I feel like everybody should do the same. Like it's smart to go outside and go for a walk. You know what I'm saying? You can get some exercise in, clear your mind out. So when it comes to me, that's pretty much what I've just kind of been up to. I don't like being in all this like crypto drama and everything. It's like, nah, man, I had enough of that in my life. I'm just here to make money and help other people make money. That's all. That's pretty much it. And learn more about, just crypto and investing. But other than that drama and all that other stuff, I'm good. All right, let me turn this off. So that's pretty much what we got for Saitama, right? And then I also wanted to talk about some SHIB stuff. It's not too much SHIB stuff, but it's like 2 things I wanted to cover as far as SHIB. I know people still asking when it comes to SHIB and Robinhood. The Robinhood like crypto wallets are supposed to be like coming out soon or something like that. Let me see. How much percentage you think Lily might go up to? Man, like honestly, a lot, because there's a lot of cryptos that like either my mom tell me about or I kind of randomly like come across, and I've seen those cryptos do like 50x's, 100x's, 200x. Like I've seen so many cryptos that have nowhere, like not even close to what like influence and just hype that Lily Finance has. So like me personally, I've just been saying like 100x. I've just been saying 100x. Like I feel like it could probably even go higher, but I just say 100x, depending on how early you get in. Because imagine if you're like one of the first like 100 to like the first 1,000 people to get in. I feel like that can easily be like, it really depends on market cap. It really depends on market cap. So yeah, I would just say 100x potential. I would say 100x potential. But going back to what I was saying before, I'm going to be having I have a whole video that I'm preparing to do on Lily, and I'm going to be breaking down like everything that I feel like you know I expect with Lily, right? He said I work outside all day. What's going on, Jonathan? So I hope your mom and family is doing well too. Hey, appreciate that, Kevin. Back at you, bro. Hope everybody, families and yourselves is, you know, staying clean, eating healthy, keeping your immune system strong. I literally just bought some more like vitamins and stuff. This is one doctor I've been listening to like on YouTube, and he was saying like he pretty much just talks about the vitamins that we really need. Vitamin D is obviously like one of the main ones we need. Vitamin D3, right? You can get vitamin D3 from like the sun, you know, naturally, or I like to also have like vitamin D3 supplements. Vitamin B1, like benfotiamine, that's another one. Alpha lipoic acid is a powerful like antioxidant that our body needs. Our body needs every vitamin, like honestly every vitamin, but there's some vitamins where it's like you for sure need these every day. But yeah, I'll give y'all a little sneak peek on my Lily Finance. I can't tell nobody though. No, I'm just playing. But a little sneak peek. This is just one of the things like when it comes to Lily Finance, right? So I'm going to be covering like what Lily Finance is. Somebody earlier just asked me how many Lily Finance tokens are there going to be. They said the initial supply is going to be 120 million, billion, trillion, 120 quadrillion. So pretty much 20 more quadrillion than what Saitama started with. But they said the token distribution, you know, they have all this on their like official website. I'm going to be covering the Lily Finance, like why I feel like it has 100x potential, right? That's why I have it like right here. And then I'm also going to be breaking down like what I expect to happen on the release day. So I'm going to be breaking down like my strategy and like certain strategies that people can use, certain plans, like just planning and just expectations of what I expect for it to happen before it's released and after it's released, right? And then I have some other ones that I haven't even finished yet, like the aftermath, the goal and aftermath, and even talk about like certain issues that I've heard when it comes to Lily Finance, like certain things that, you know, because at the end of the day, I want to cover the pros and the cons. I'm not going to be somebody who's just talking about Lily as if it's like an angel token and it's perfect and nothing's wrong. There is some things that like kind of behind the scenes where I don't know if it's true or not, but I will run it, you know, across y'all and let y'all decide on that type of stuff. But so yeah, we have all this stuff to I'm gonna actually have like a whole video for that, right? So how can we buy Lily and Shinobi? You can buy Lily. You can only buy Lily when it's released. Supposedly they're saying it's going to be released on Tuesday. So if Saitama is working, is fully functional, and people are able to log in on Sunday, by Sunday, then I'm sure they will move on to releasing Lily Finance on Tuesday. You will only be able to trade Saitama tokens for Lily. So let's say you want to put like $100 of $100 towards Lily. You would have to buy $100 of Saitama and then put it on Lily. So it's actually smarter. And this isn't financial advice. This is just what I do. I prefer buying more Saitama tokens now so I can use it on Lily Finance, because if the price goes up, it's going to cost a lot more to try to, buy some Saitama and put it on Lily. So Robinhood's fourth quarter losses was 430 million. Then adding SHIB would have fixed that. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I just seen the video with Zach Humphreys, and he was saying that. What was he saying? He was saying that, yeah, he's pretty much what you just said. Robinhood, they didn't make as much money, right? They didn't make as much, similar to how Coinbase didn't make a lot of money. I forgot what time it was, but they didn't make a lot of money because they took so long to list Dogecoin, and now it's like Robinhood isn't making as much money. If they would have listed SHIB, I'm sure they wouldn't have been down that much. So hopefully they're paying attention to SHIB and Saitama, right? SHIB, Saitama, Shinobi. I feel like when it comes to Shinobi, because my mom put me on Shinobi. I'm not quite there when it comes to like making separate videos on it yet, but as far as like talking about it with, you know, y'all on like the live stream, I don't mind, because I know they have a solid team, I know they have a solid community, and I know they have like 5 different exchange listings that's supposed to be happening, or I think like 4 different exchange listings that's supposed to be happening between now and like February. Can't wait to see Lily video from you. Yeah, I can't wait till I'm like finished making it. It might be a long video, but I'm gonna definitely have to get I'm gonna actually start working on it probably today, because if Lily comes out on Tuesday, that means we only got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's only 4 days. He said, "What's your strategy on Lily?" I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna just wait for like to upload the video, because if I go into all of that, I'll probably be talking for like 2 hours. So I'm gonna just wait till the video comes. I'm gonna try to upload the video either not tonight. I for sure not gonna upload it tonight, because it's gonna be a while, but probably tomorrow. So just look forward to like the Lily Finance video coming out tomorrow, if anything. Did you hear about Shinja? Hear about what special? Just hope the app runs smooth by Tuesday when we try to swap for Lily. Yes, yeah, I agree, JD. He says, I always practice eating clean. Let me turn this music down a little. Yeah, I feel like it's loud. How's the music, by the way, y'all? Is it like too loud, or like let me know? Sure, gonna change it. So I always practice eating clean. I only eat meats and sugars once a month. Meats and sugars only once a month? Sucks starting out, but your body adjusts after the first week. Sheesh. Yeah, like I didn't even know how much like sugar I was consuming. Like, cause with me, like I don't know. I just love eating fruit. Like I would be eating like I used to be eating like 4 bananas a day. I'll make a protein shake with a bunch of blueberries, like strawberries or like raspberries in it, and then not even counting like the carbs that I'd be eating, like the gluten-free tortilla, or like these like chickpea chips that have carbs. So I try to like cut back on especially the fruit. I try to cut back on as much fruit, because too much sugar is not good. It's not good at all. So how do you import your MetaMask stuff to SideMask? You have to put your key phrase, like like your either 10-word or 12-word key phrase that you first wrote down when you made your MetaMask account. You have to put those words into your SideMask account. So, for example, MetaMask phrase, seed phrase. So, for example, like right here, where's it at? Yeah, so right here, right? When you sign up for like MetaMask, or you sign up for Coinbase wallet or something, you always get a seed phrase. You have to write down those words. When you write down those words, you import these words. It's just like another form of having a password. You import these words over to SideMask, and that's how you're pretty much like making a copy. You're making a copy, like a mirror version of your portfolio, and you're putting it on SideMask. How many slippers for Lily? Like 40? Nah, I'm thinking like 49. Because when we go to let's see, when we go to Uniswap, right? When we go to Uniswap, the highest slippage you can have is 49%, right? So I'm thinking either 48 or 49%. So I'm not trying to pay gas to get funds into it. Yeah, I agree. I feel like that's the best way to do it, because when you're actually like, first of all, if you want to just send your like Saitama to SideMask, by doing the transaction transfer, like first of all you have to pay a transaction, so you're already like losing money, And then whenever the app isn't working correctly, it's like whenever you can't log into Saitama, your crypto is stuck on there. You can't do nothing with it. When you just transfer your portfolio over from a different like wallet, you will always have your like access to your crypto on like Coinbase wallet, Trust wallet, or MetaMask, like me. So yeah, so what's the highest slippage? Yeah, the highest slippage is 50%. I'm about to grab a snack in about 2 minutes. This is what are the fees on the Saitama? I'm not too sure because the majority of the time that my Saitama has been working, they've disabled the like swap feature. But they said the swap feature is supposed to be back working this Sunday, so it says so we got Saitama going live on Sunday, and on Tuesday we got Lily token. We got to see the NFTs market in the game to earn. After this next week, we got some exciting news from the dev. I'm telling y'all, man, as long as the app is fully working, right? And I'm not expecting it to be fully functional, because fully functional is like staking and the card to what is it, crypto to or card to crypto payment, all that stuff. I feel like that's going to come later. But if it's fully working to where people can actually sign in and we can actually move, like get the boat going, like it could be big, man. It could be big, but it gotta work. It cannot be another like just crash. People can't be able to log in. It can't be another one of those. Shinja new currency. Yeah. So Shinobi, right? I know a lot of people probably don't know what Shinobi is because I've never made a separate video covering it, but I've had Shinobi for a while, and I've even told y'all this in like I think like my last or second to last live stream. My mom was the one to put me onto Shinobi, right? They're even trending right now on Twitter. I don't know if y'all can see this. They're actually they're trending literally right now on Twitter. You got 106,000 tweets right now. So it's Shinja, right? Shinja, so far from what I've realized, has a pretty strong community, strong development team. They do AMAs dang near every night live on their Telegram, right? So we've been invested. We've how long have we been invested? I can't remember when my mom bought it, because I didn't even buy the tokens. My mom bought the tokens, right? But I've been keeping an eye on them lately. One of the big things I noticed with them is they burn a lot of tokens, right? They burn a lot of tokens. They set goals to where, I'm trying to show y'all right now. I believe they just burn like 1 sectillion tokens, which I believe is like a few million dollars worth of Shinobi. But this is another one of the things where I was like, sheesh. They have a bunch of listings that are to come, right? And I'm not telling anybody to go buy Shinja or anything like that. I'm just letting y'all know, just like this is a token that my mom and I do invest in. I'm not promoting them. I'm not being paid to promote them. I know a few of the, our crypto family members already have Shinobi, but this is one thing that kind of caught my eye right here, is they have so many listings, and when it comes to them, I've noticed that like a lot of times when they say something, they come through with it. Like they come through with their promises. They come through with their their goals, and they've already had one listing right here on the 25th of January, right? So 3 days ago. Their next listing is supposed to be on the 29th. It says the 31st, but I believe it's the 29th. They switched it. So they're getting listed on 5 different exchanges within a month, right? In less than a month, which is pretty huge, right? So the next one is going to be Bank, and then they're going to get listed on BitTrue, and then Gate.io, which Gate.io I believe is like a top 10 exchange in the world. BitTrue is big too, and Bank is a pretty known crypto exchange too. And then last but not least, the SafeMoon Swap. So they have these exchanges to come. They have a lot of other things to come. I feel like it's definitely an interesting crypto to look into. At first, I didn't really care too much about it, just for the fact of like, I mean, their name is Shinobi, right? Like my first thing was like, they literally just got the SHIB head and they put it behind like a ninja outfit, right? That was my first thing. That's why I didn't take it serious at all. But when you really dive into Shinobi, like I said, their main CEO, which is I believe his name is Cliff, very solid dude. My mom even had a chance to speak to him like live on Telegram. Very nice fella. All right, very solid team, like I said. They have a strong community, and I would like to see where this coin goes, honestly. And that's why I said before, like, I don't mind talking about this coin on the live stream, but as far as like making separate videos for it, I feel like it would have to take it to a whole like that next level, to where I'm like comfortable enough to like cover it, because mainly because it's Shinobi. Like there's already SHIB, right? SHIB is like in the top 15, top 20 tokens. We already have the main SHIB token, right? And then it's like, okay, we have Shinobi. So I want to see how far Shinobi can go as far as, riding that wave of the SHIB, the SHIB name. But we'll see though. We'll see. I'll definitely like to see how far this coin can actually go and stuff. So yeah. So that's Shinobi. What else are we gonna talk about? I also wanted to cover the crypto.com news, right? For those who might not know, I'm gonna look at the chat before I move on. Is it better to buy Ethereum or Saitama to transfer the ShibMask? Is it better to buy Ethereum or Saitama? I think Ethereum. I believe when you transfer Ethereum by itself, the transaction fee is cheaper. But when you try to transfer tokens, usually the fee is based off of how much tokens you're trying to transfer, I believe. But keep in mind though, you can just put your seed phrase into ShibMask and it'll just send your coins over there, transaction with no transaction fee. He said it's 0.14 zeros right now. Let me see. Actually, that's what I need to do. I need to check the price. I'm getting so many tweets. Are you using Ledger? Man, I have a Ledger, right? I have a Ledger, but actually I have two Ledgers. I have two Ledgers, and one of the Ledgers that I have, like, we ended up like misplacing it, right? We hope it's somewhere in this house, but yeah, so I have two Ledgers. I have one that has like, some crypto on it. Don't know where it's at. I have a backup one that is like brand new, which I'm gonna have to just start using that one. But I haven't been using like the ledgers when it comes to like Saitama or SHIB or anything like that. Hide that from there. ShibMask to the moon. It says, can you do that once you have made your account? What exactly are you asking? Work? It says, bro, Shinja has hella red flags. Cliff has wallet for him and his friends. Do you see Certic audit? He can take back ownership. These facts are right in your face if you look hard enough. I mean, I've heard the whole conversation, and I believe that's the whole reason why they weren't accepted on ShibMask, right? Because they didn't they didn't renounce their ownership over the token, right? But what people have to understand is, when it comes to these type of tokens, when it comes to like tokens where like the developers plan on doing buybacks and stuff from like the transaction fees, you can't, like, when you renounce ownership, you literally are giving up that feature. You're literally giving up that utility. And it, like, in order for the the CEO, I think he's the CEO, in order for them to do buybacks in Shinobi, they would have to have that ownership. They would have to keep the ownership. So I understand why they don't want to renounce it, because when you renounce it, it literally messes up like one of your features. Like it literally messes up all your features when it comes to that token, when it comes to that utility is for, like I said, doing buybacks. So I get it. Like I get it on both sides, and I understand why Russ didn't want to list them, because it's like when you have so much power, when you have so much power by like still having the ownership on it, yeah, that could end up bad if the developer just decides to raise the transaction fees, and pretty much if he just decided to wake up one day and scam people, he could pretty much. But I don't know, it's just one of them things where it's kind of like, if you're comfortable, if you believe in the project, if you believe in like the team and stuff, you feel like they're trusted, then that's something you invest into. That's why people always say invest in what you feel like you wouldn't care if you end up losing. Invest in what you can afford to lose, pretty much. But like I said before, I'm not promoting Shinobi. Like I said, they didn't. Ever since I made this channel, I've never did any paid promotion. I'm not promoting them. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just letting y'all know what I'm investing into, what me and my mama are investing into. But yeah, I mean, I've definitely kept that. What's the thing? I've definitely kept that. That whole little thing, like in the spotlight for sure. Not ignoring it. Yeah. So when it comes to crypto.com, right? And I've actually covered crypto.com maybe 2 or 3 times on this channel. Once I've heard that, they had the whole $750 million deal when it comes to the Staples Center, changing its name to crypto.com Arena and everything. Now they just announced this today, right? It says Lebron James, crypto.com team up to help Akron kids learn more about crypto technological careers. All right, so we scroll down in the article, it says, They have already learned firsthand about how things drive and soar from Goodyear, how toys are made and designed by little tykes, and now Akron students participating in his I Promise program are going to venture into the metaverse. It says the NBA star LeBron James has announced a new partnership between Crypto.com and his namesake foundation to help Akron kids, some 1,600 in all, to learn firsthand not only how cryptocurrency works, but the technology behind it and all the ways it will impact their lives and potential career paths in the future. I feel like this is getting even bigger for CRO. All right, I've been holding on to my CRO ever since they announced the whole $750 million deal. I've literally just been buying the dip when it comes to CRO, because I feel like crypto.com is definitely trying to take it to that next level. I feel like they're definitely trying to make it into that top 10, top 5, cryptocurrencies in the world. The price is currently at 41 cents. But keep in mind, right? Keep in mind the entire, well, not the entire, but the majority of crypto as a whole is down, right? It's down because, Bitcoin's down, Ethereum's down, everything else is down. The whole FOMC, like Russia supposedly banning, miners and everything in crypto. So crypto in general is just down from a lot of issues, right? But I feel like for CRO to be at 42 cents, and the fact that CRO was at 6 cents early last year, like around this time last year, that's pretty big, right? The all-time high that we've seen for CRO was 96 cents, right? Some places say 98 cents. It might have even touched $1. So this is why I'm like hella bullish on crypto.com, especially with this like LeBron James article. But that was another thing I wanted to kind of touch on. So still holding on to my CRO coin. As far as SHIB, I know it's been a while since I made like a SHIB video. I've been telling people that I feel like SHIB is getting into that long-term phase where it's kind of like it's not going to be pumping crazy like it was, at the beginning of last year. Definitely have to, be more patient and wait for, bigger news to pump. I mean, like pop out and stuff. And what was the other thing? I know they posted this yesterday. They posted this on their official SHIB Twitter account. It says, attention, #SHIBarmy. Something is cooking. Will you be ready? Not sure exactly what's cooking, but and then they also posted this right here. It said, as promised, we are so excited to announce our first special surprise for the year. It says, in 2022, we are reaching new heights and welcoming the SHIBverse, an immersive experience for our ecosystem in the metaverse space. We can't wait to show you more. Wolf. And I'm still holding on to my my Shiboshi NFTs. All right, still got 2 of them. So, and then what was the other thing? It was something with Robinhood. Something with Robinhood talking about SHIB. I wonder how much these swap fees will be. I've already seen a few people say that their swap fees were cheaper than like Uniswap fees. So I mean that's already a plus if that's true. Yo, what's going on, Brandon? He said, "What up, bro?" He said, "Shinobi is definitely something different in a great way." Definitely. One thing I've noticed with Shinobi too is I haven't heard not one negative thing besides that one most recent thing where they were asking him about like some wallet that, and keep in mind this is just like rumor. This isn't like some fact type thing, but yeah. But besides that one thing with the whole like. They said it was like somebody has like a Shinobi wallet, like it's like a well wallet that's dumping, and they say it might be one of the developers. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm still trying to look into that to see what's going on. But other than that, I feel like Shinobi has done just an amazing job in general. I really wish I would have got in earlier, but like I said, it's hard for me getting in on, especially a coin that's called like Shinobi. When we already have a SHIB, it's like Shinobi. But regardless, I feel like you got to give credit when credit's due, and I feel like the Shinobi dev team is actually a solid team. The community is hard working, right? There's very few communities where I feel like I'll be like, dang, like that community is strong, and I'm definitely seeing the power of like Shinobi's community when it comes to them chilling and just either going to certain channels, posting, going to like, pretty much like those voting polls that be on Twitter when people be saying like, yo, vote for Shinobi or vote for Doge or vote for that. They be on it, man. They be on it. So like I said, I'm looking forward to see what Shinobi can do. If I feel like Shinobi can take it to that next level, then I feel like I'll officially start covering it. But as of right now, I'm just a speculator. just kind of just sitting back and seeing, what can come out of it. But so yeah, we just covered Saitama, covered SHIB, CRO. I feel like there's Lily. Lily. Like I said before, I have I have to work on this Lily video. No. Okay, there we go. I gotta work on this Lily video. So yeah, as of right now, the Saitama event timeline, I'm gonna have to actually redo my timeline. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna redo this timeline. So because now they're saying that we can expect, or we should expect the Saitama to be fully functional by Sunday, right? I'm hoping it is. I don't know if it is or not. So then we're gonna have this move on over here. No, don't do that. Go back. So Lily Finance token release date 42/8. Yeah, I'm just keep it like that. I ain't gonna say. Possibly Tuesday. This over here. So before I do head out, if anybody has any like Hey, my thing is so delayed. My stream is freaking delayed. I can literally see myself. Oh, I'm not delayed. Okay, I'm not that delayed. I don't think so. Yeah, so if anybody has any like questions or anything they want to just ask me personally or something like that, feel free to ask me now. You know, while I'm still live. If not, feel free to follow me on Twitter. I will follow you back. I will say Twitter is the best way to reach out to me. All right. So if you ever just want to hit me up, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. He says, so are fees low when swapping an ETH coin USDC for Saitama? So are fees low when swapping an ETH coin, like swapping USD for Saitama? You mean on SideMask? I'm not too. If you mean on SideMask, I'm not too sure, because even though my SideMask, I can log in, for the majority of the times, like they disabled the swap feature when I was able to get in. But I have seen a lot of people. I've seen at least 4 or 5 people say that when they've either transferred ETH or like they've swapped or whatever on the SideMask, that it was cheaper than Uniswap. So that is a plus. But what is it? SideMask official launch Sunday. There you go. What's going on? It says still have 401 error, reinstall it. Yeah, Red Sox, if you still have the 401 error, what you should do is, right, I can show you real quick too. What I usually do is, because I have SideMask on a tablet. I'll show you what I do, right? I'll show you what I did. So what I would do, right? What I would do is I would go to my, all right. So I would go to, no, don't open that. God, I'm about to open up Spotify by accident. Close it. It's still opened up. All right, so pretty much what I did, right, is like on my tablet, I would go to like the to the settings, right? I would go to the settings, rates, literally on the other side right here. Let me just do it. So I'll go to the settings on my my tablet. I would go all the way to where it says, pretty much where it says apps. I'll go to where it says like apps. Like right here. I don't know if you can see it. Why is the camera so like off? I think that's better. Yeah, so I will go to what the hell? Yeah, I'll go to where it says apps in the settings. It's pretty much where all your apps are, and then I will look for SideMask. So I found SideMask, and then right? And then what I would do is when you go to like the site, like the settings for Saitamask, I look for where it says storage. I look for where it says storage. Right here where it says like storage, because right now I have the 1.10 version. I'll go to storage and then I will click on well, for me at the bottom it says it, like at the bottom it says clear, what is it? Wait for it. It says clear cache and clear data. So I would do that. I'm not going to do that now because mine's already like letting me get in, but I would clear cache and I would clear data. And then what I would do, I would go back and I would delete the app. I would uninstall Saitamask. I would restart the phone, and then once I restart the phone, I would go to the store. If you're on Android, you go to the Play Store. If you're on Apple, I believe you go to the Apple Store. Re-download Saitamask. Make sure you're re-downloading. Sorry, I can't even talk. Make sure you're re-downloading it from the official Saitama website. Once you re-download it, and even too, like for me, I noticed the first email I used kept getting that same error, so I ditched that email. The second email, it was kind of working, so I ditched that email. And when I used a third email, that's when I finally got the activation code, and it allowed me to like log in and everything. So maybe if I were you, I would try a different email also, because the email that you might be using, that might be stuck on the 401 error. But if you use a new email like me, you might not get the 401 error like I did. Peace, everyone. Yo, Mo, thank you for tuning in, man. Have a wonderful day, brother. My apologies, too, if I'm missing like a lot of your comments and stuff. I literally have 2 screens in front of me with like 30 different internet browsers. So that's my bad, but hey, yeah, no problem, my Red Sox. So what's going on, brother? Yeah, right now I'm just pretty much just going on everything. Pretty much just went over Saitama. Like I said, when it comes to Saitama, let me turn this music off. When it comes to Saitama, pretty much the main things they were saying is, you know, we should expect the app to be fully like, you know, running, and people should be able to like log in and everything by Sunday, this upcoming Sunday. And they said that you know, once that's up and running, then we have Lily Finance to look forward to, right? We have Lily Finance to look forward to on Tuesday. So that'll be pretty much to say like 2 to 3 days after, you know, the official this is the official Saitama Saitama's launch. All right. I know we had like 5 official dates, and they ain't come yet, but we were hoping this is going to be the last and final official date that they put. Yeah, so so pretty much that's for Saitama. We talked about SHIB with the you know, like the metaverse, the SHIBverse, SHIBverse, that's what he called it, SHIBverse. Looking forward to that. LeBron James having a partnership with crypto.com arena, which I've already been bullish on ever since they announced the whole like Staples Center and crypto.com arena deal. And then I also covered Shinja, just kind of talked about how Shinja, you know, could be a potential good crypto to like look into. Solid community, solid devs. Of course, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, all right? But that is one crypto that my mom and I are invested in. I'm pretty much just letting y'all know what some of the tokens we're invested in. My stomach is literally growling right now. Yeah, Shinja has, I believe, like 4. Yeah, they have 4 exchange listings coming between now and like the middle of February. So, or like I would say like sometime under February. So pretty much less than a month. But yeah, that about covers it. So I got my bag of Shinja, brother. Hey, that's what's up. Nah, Shinja's, I feel like Shinja's definitely something people could look into. Like I said before, I don't mind like talking about it on like the live stream, but I feel like if this is the one thing that sucks, because it's like I would love to to introduce like the channel to a coin before, before it starts pumping and start doing crazy. But a lot of times, especially now, that's how long I'm comfortable waiting before just throwing some random coin on my channel. I like to have like enough, like, what's the word? I don't know. I just like to any coin that I bring, like I bring across the channel and I bring across y'all. I would rather just know that I feel like it has a lot of potential rather than just like some crap that's probably just gonna go downhill. So like I said before, I'm not telling y'all to buy Shinja. I'm literally not telling y'all to buy it. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you to sell it. I'm just saying that besides Saitama and like SHIB, that is another one that I'm keeping my eye on. And you can pretty much make the decision up based upon what y'all feel like. And I believe in like 2 hours or I believe in like 1 hour they're going to be burning like 1 sectillion tokens, which is worth like, let's see how much that's worth, which is worth like a couple million of dollars. And I remember they done that before. They burned a lot of tokens before. What is it? Was it 2 million? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's either 2 million or $20 million. I got to see how much. But they're gonna be burning a lot of tokens in about an hour, so it's very interesting. Very interesting. They're currently at an $850 billion market cap. They were at a 300. Not billion. I'm tripping. Not billion. They're at an $850 million market cap. They were at a 800. I mean, they were at a $300 million market cap. Like, I think like early, if not early this week, sometime last week. So they've been pumping. They've definitely been pumping. I see Saitama's doing good. I actually put this on stream right now. Saitama's of course we're still low from like Saitama's all-time high, but shoot, we were just at like 0.19 a couple hours ago. So it is good. It is good to see that the price is starting to pump back up since the announcement. Yeah, we were at what was this? What was this? Yeah, we were at like where did it go down? It went to 0.19 at some point. Yeah, it went to like the 0.19 range yesterday around this time. Now it's already at 0.29, almost well 0.27. Is it 0.29 or 0.27? Because my thing is tripping. Can't tell. Saitama will not lose if you held through the FUD. You made it with fact. Yo, I was actually able to get more Saitama. Like, I know a lot of people were like, just tired of just the up and downs. I'm tired too. Don't get me wrong. But one thing people have to start understanding is, like, you can really start taking advantage of these type of moments. Like before like the whole, what was it, before like the Las Vegas event in like December and like early January, like we had like we still had a really good amount of Saitama. But when Saitama dipped down to 0.22, 0.21, 0.23, we were loading up our bags. Like I never, like the amount of Saitama we have now, I really just want to tell you how much we have, but I'm trying not to because, and I actually had this talk with my mom, just the fact of like knowing it's a lot of just people that be hacking and just scammers in crypto. I'm not trying to give no hacker any idea of how many I'm holding, but I will say that I am even more grateful with the amount of Saitama tokens I have now because it's a lot more than what we had before. So if Saitama can just start doing what it needs to do, and we reach that all-time high again, whoo, baby. Okay, but yeah. So right now we're at 0.27, up 30%, well, up 27%. I feel like it can definitely keep going up between now and Sunday, because people are going to want to see if the app is actually going to be working. Right? Keep in mind when the big YouTubers start making the videos, pretty much letting people know what the AMA consisted of, because not everybody watched the AMA. A lot of people don't even know that, you know, they announced that Sunday is supposed to be the day it's going to be fully working. So wait till, you know, Austin Hilton, your Pop, Jake Gaines, Zach Humphreys, wait for all the people to start, you know, talking about it, and hopefully we can, you know, see Saitama go to like the 0. I would like to see it go to the 0.4, 0.5, you know, the 0.5, you know, around Saturday. That'll be nice, or early Sunday. And then if the app is finally like fully working, I would love to see it to just start pumping up, go to hit that 0.6, hit that 0.7, hit that 0.8, start going to that, knocking that 0 off. And yeah, but only time will tell. It really comes down to the Saitama developers delivering. That's what it really comes down to, man. So yeah, he said a diamond coin. So spend $51 on Shinja. Everything I made is profit. Nice, very nice. He said last night they already burnt 1 sectillion. They did, yeah, they did. He said it in 3 hours, or if the price, yeah. They said the price stays above 8, like the 0.18 price range, which it still is. When you go to Shinja right now, it's been at that 0.2, like 0.21, 0.22 range for a while. Yeah, 0.219. Because too, they said if it stays above 0.18 for 24 hours, that was at 5:30. So I'm assuming in like the next hour or 2 hours, they're gonna burn another, 1 sectillion, right? Which I forget if that's $2 million or $20 million worth. I think it's 2. I'm not sure, but it's a lot of money that's gonna be burnt. What else? I do want to see what the price is gonna do. I want to see if people are gonna just start dumping right after, or I want to see if people are gonna keep holding, because keep in mind, if you go to L Bank, right? Like I said, they have 4 upcoming exchanges, right? So the next one is supposed to be L Bank, which is supposed to be actually tomorrow. See right here. It says Shinja is very excited to list L Bank Exchange January 29th. So I want to see if people are going to keep holding and try to, ride the wave of like, the exchange listing tomorrow. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm waiting for. But we will see. It's $7 million. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Sheesh. That's another thing I don't understand, because like the only negative thing I've been hearing with Shinja is recently somebody was asking like the CEO, did he have a wallet that was dumping or something like that? And I'm thinking, like, if this man is over here like burning millions of dollars worth of coin, like I feel like that should be the focus. Like, this man is the fact that they're burning these many tokens, on top of the reflections, right? Because I believe it's a reflection coin. I believe you get reflections, right? You get reflections too. Like, I don't know, but yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I'm about to go in this kitchen, grab a snack. I gotta take my supplement. I'm actually about to take my supplement right now. Once again, like I always say, feel free to follow me on Twitter. I will follow you right back. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. Like I said before, I apologize for, just not, uploading as much content as I usually do. But like I said before, I'm just trying to focus on just my health in general and just other things outside of life, just family. Friends, all that stuff. So, but don't get me wrong, I will definitely try to get back on just uploading more content. And yeah, let me see if I got any more. Let me see if I have some new friends. Okay, one new friend. But yeah, other than that, appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Stay safe. Thank you for just sticking with me through thick and thin. Honestly, it means a lot. It definitely is what drives me to, trying to, you know, do my thing. And like I said before, I'm gonna try to go in on that Lily Finance video because I do want to get that out ASAP. Now that we know that it could be released Tuesday, I'm gonna try to go ham on that today and try to have it out tomorrow or something like that. But he said laying in the cut. Facts. Yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. Stay safe. I'll catch y'all soon. Make sure too, like, keep in mind too, if I'm not uploading videos and stuff, just don't rely on me. Like, just don't, you know, just focus on like my opinion and stuff or my like info and stuff. Check out these other just check out other people on YouTube. Of course, don't believe in anybody on YouTube. Don't even believe in me. Like, at the end of the day, like, we're all human. We make mistakes. We make some calls. Some calls might work. Some calls might fail. But at the end of the day, just check out other content creators and try to find one that you feel like, you know, is on the right page with you and that you feel like gives you good information and everything. Just to stay up to date, because I know I'm not uploading every day like I usually, you know, might. But yeah, yeah. Other than that, I'll catch y'all soon. Be safe and have a wonderful Friday, man. 2 days, Saitama team. All right, we it's a countdown now. 2 days. I might have to go back over here and do another countdown now. Another where is it at? I'm about to have to come back and do another Saitama app release countdown now, man. All right, but we will see. All right, I'll catch y'all soon. Peace.